Hello, guys. My name is Gerard, also known as Gerard One Man Band. I'm recording this straight from the hospital so people understand how I ended up here. I'm currently in the hospital for rhabdomyolysis. Yep, rhabdo. And before anyone says, bro, you must have been a beginner who did too much, listen. I've been training hard for years. Recently, I pushed my workouts to another level. One-arm pull-ups, front levers, freestanding handstand push-ups, and the planche. And I'm doing all this at 5 feet 8 and 232 pounds. I'm not one of those lightweight calisthenics guys. I'm heavy, strong, stubborn. That day, I didn't think anything was wrong. I jogged 3 miles in freezing rain at a 6:20 pace, then hit handstand push-ups and front levers right after. I was extremely tired, irritated, and ready to go home. My whole body hurt, but I blamed the cold. I got inside, turned on the heater, turned on the shower, went to pee, and it was blood. Straight blood. I panicked and rushed to the hospital. They made me pee again, and it was still blood. I felt like I was about to pass out. I've been here for days. Moral of the story, even with years of training, rest is not optional. Athletic backstory. I've been an athlete my whole life. I trained long distance, ran the 100 meter, and played football, basketball, lacrosse, and track from age 12. I'm 27 now. Growing up, I practiced daily. In basketball, I'd train 4 hours, then run, then hit AAU or showcases. I ran 5Ks and came in first with a 15:30 time. At 17, I had a 50-inch vertical. At 5 feet 4 inches and 150 pounds, I was two-hand dunking on a 10-foot rim, almost getting my head to the rim. My football coach had me lifting constantly. I overtrained even back then. Moved to Oregon. My senior year, I had serious family problems in Georgia and moved to Oregon. But Oregon wasn't Georgia. Cold, rainy, and dark. False accusation plus survival years. Then I was falsely accused of a serious crime, imprisoned, and forced to stay in a sundown town. I was the only black dude in an all-white area. I ran 3 to 10 miles a day at a 5:30 to 6:20 pace and practiced instruments 4 hours daily for 7 years. The household I lived in went from peaceful to hostile. The parents made it hard to exist there. I slept in a den or cold garages, barely sleeping while they constantly interrupted me. No privacy, no warmth. Outside wasn't better. I was harassed for my skin color and the false charge, and even police targeted me. Oregon is ranked one of the most depressed states in America with the highest mental illness rates. It's the only state that banned black people, and the city I lived in literally did blackface and a virtual slave trade on Snapchat in 2020. I was the only black person in the whole county. The environment was spiritually draining. Then the parents divorced after an affair, and the house got even more chaotic. But the rain, cold, and darkness never stopped me. Calisthenics beginning. After moving out, I noticed how skinny I had gotten. I wanted strength, so I started doing pull-ups and chin-ups and sucked at first. There were no pull-up bars, so I built a makeshift one. I'd run long distances, then hit pull-ups, chin-ups, and push-ups. At first, I couldn't even do 10 push-ups. Over time, I got stronger. I hit 174 pounds at 5 feet 8. My boy Andrew told me about weighted vests. I bought one for $10 and everything changed. Combined with moving company work, I eventually hit 200 pounds. Los Angeles plus advanced moves. My ex and I moved to Los Angeles. I weighed 215 to 220 and did weighted L-sit pull-ups. One day a dude showed off with a banana back straddle front lever. AI told me his move was harder. My ego hated that. At first I stayed focused, but after my girl left me and moved back to Oregon, leaving me alone in LA with no support, I started training harder to cope with depression and loneliness. I taught myself the planche, front lever, handstand push-ups, and one-arm pull-ups. I learned the front lever in about 4 months at 225 to 232 pounds. Everything else came in under 6 months. Life trauma. To understand why I push myself, you need to know my life. I grew up with verbal apraxia, childhood abuse, no parents, isolation, rejection, used for sex and discarded, never chosen. I lost friends to murder. I lost my brother. I lost my grandmother the year I moved to Oregon. I faced racism, harassment, police brutality. People hated me so much, I moved schools every year. Then I moved to Los Angeles and was ignored or hated on again. The only thing I ever had was training, my escape, my therapy, my identity, my survival. The night rhabdo hit. Stack all the trauma, stress, loneliness, lack of sleep, barely eating, running a business alone, and doing elite calisthenics at 230 pounds. Rhabdo wasn't random. It was the final straw. Lesson: rest, recover, heal inside. You can't outtrain trauma. Overtraining is real. Your body will break before your mind does. I'm going to recover. I'm going to come back, but I'm never ignoring the signs again.